But I've learned that you are never too small to make a difference. And if a few children can get headlines all over the world just by not going to school, then imagine what we could all do together if we really wanted to.
Greta Thunberg right there at the age of 15 at a UN climate change conference. The message, no one is too small to make a difference, has echoed all around the world because student-led protests have begun against climate change. And Johnston Heights Secondary, two students right here, Jade and Cedric, joining us today is an important one when it comes to a student-led walkout. Good morning to you both. Jade, start us off. What is happening, not just with your school, but schools all around the Lower Mainland?
Today at 1 o'clock at the Art Gallery, we're all marching for government action on climate change.
And when you all come together, what are some of the messages that are exchanged for action that we could see, especially here on a local basis?
We want fossil fuels to stay in the ground, and we want governments to give grants to more eco-friendly companies and just have an idea in mind that this is a serious problem and they need to act because the government has more power than all of us to act on these issues.
Well, I mean, hearing you articulately speak to this is inspiring for me because you both are in grade 12, final year, and obviously there's such an opportunity for you as you enter out and can have your own impact. Cedric, for you, when you heard words from Greta, what stood out for what you could do and what inspired you to take action like we're going to see today?
What inspired me is that she has so much courage to go on a school strike by herself for so many months without any support from anybody, and her message is clear and it is strong, and that everyone needs to act, everyone needs to do something to change, and that people should trust other people and
their gut, their intuition.
Yeah,
and stand up and just speak, right?
Yeah, just stand up and speak and act and at least do something. Go to the marches is the very least that you can do if you can't make big changes by yourself, and just help other people.
Now, how encouraging is it, one, that you have your school supporting this movement, but then two, when you go to the art gallery and you see all of this entire community of students standing up for such an important cause, how tricky is that to coordinate? And then what do you do with that movement of what happens next week, next month, and here in 2019, Jade?
The marches never stop. We'll keep protesting until the government decides to do something. And it's just important that between marches, between doing this, you do the little things, because that's what's helping. Like, stop eating meat, think about carpooling or taking transit, not using so much plastic. All those, like, people think that little things don't matter, that like what they do don't matter, but that's just an excuse for them to keep doing the things they want to do. Right?
And I can only guess, I mean, in the news, when we look at what's happening here, specifically in Canada, the conversation surrounding the pipeline, a hot topic that we see at the art gallery with these protests, Cedric?
Yeah, it is a very hot topic because you know, the pipeline is destroying the environment, and we know that it's destroying the environment. It's taking the fossil fuels off the ground where they should be and putting more carbon into our air, which causes the global warming.
So 1 p.m. today, Art Gallery, it all goes down. If anybody is hearing this and they want to support what the students are doing, how can they get involved with the movement, Jade?
Well, for like starters, show up to the protest and protest with us, and join online. There's a lot of like platforms online. Watch like YouTube videos and like get yourself educated on the subject, because people don't really like to listen if you don't know what you're talking about. So it's important to get educated on climate change and what's going on.
Well, not only you are educated, you've got some members. Violette Bayerjan, teacher, Johnston Heights. She's been on the show before. You brought fellow students. It's going to be a big movement. Again, 1 p.m., Vancouver Art Gallery. You'll be marching around downtown for the cause against climate change. Kudos for using your voice to speak up for good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to you all for being here, and good luck today. Your top news stories, interestingly enough.